Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, wal aqibatu lil muttaqeen, wa salatu wa salamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursaleen, wa ala Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa barik sallim wa salli alayhi. قال الله تبارك وتعالى في القرآن المجيد والفرقان الحميد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وجعل بينكم مودة ورحمة صدق الله العظيم اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وبارك وسلم وصلي عليه. Inshallah, today the topic is importance of marriage in Islam. We'll talk about the importance of marriage in Islam from Quran, from Ahadith, with all the references, why we don't get married in early age, why people used to get married in early age, what are the reasons, and what are the dangers of not getting married in early age. Early age, when I say, I'm not talking about 15, 16, 17. I'm talking about when you are 20 maybe. After 18, 19, 20. Inshallah, we'll talk about all these and we'll take the questions as well at the end. We'll start with the Quran. First, who put the love and mercy in husband and wife's hearts? Who does that? Is a husband goes towards wife and then it's a first sight love or whatever it is called, or the rahmah that you get, for each other, you love towards each other, that's fine, but then you care for each other. Who does that? Is it because he's my pupita puttar and I like him more, so we will have more love then? That's the reason, Imam Sahib, we want them to get married. If someone comes from outside the family, they don't know each other, how are they going to love each other? How are they going to care about each other? No. Who puts the love and mawadda in their heart? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The ja'ala, there is a zamir, the pronoun is hidden because zamir as-satar is hidden. Huwa who? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ja'ala Allahu, you can say. Ja'ala bainakum mawaddatan wa rahma. It is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He has created love and kindness, rahma between you. What is rahm? Mawadda wa rahm. Rahm, the mother's womb where baby stays for 9 months, that is called rahm. That's called zi rahm, relationships. Kinship relationship, blood relationships, they're called zi rahm. Zi rahm, those relationships which coming from one mother, father. Allah is using the same word, rahm. I'll put the rahm. Why? Because it's a very soft place. Allah will care about you. Allah will put care in your heart for your wife, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will put the mawadda wa rahma. Mawadda is a love. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, when let's say something happening between husband and wife, and you go to someone, they say, can you give me some wazifa, so that maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put my love in my husband's heart or my love in my wife's heart. So our scholars, they give you the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Ya Wadudo. Mawadda, the main word is coming from Wadud. Wadud is the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you go check the 99 names, one of them is Wadud, the one who puts love in your hearts, the one who loves you. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is using. I'm the one who put love in your husband's heart. I'm the one who put mercy in your heart. Why I keep going on and on about these two things? Is it because if you are not going to listen to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you living your life against the Sharia of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You breaking his boundaries. You are not doing scarf. You are not reading namaz. Nothing at all is going on. Why would Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put love in your heart then? Why would Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala let you live peacefully then? Allah says, okay, you are turning your back towards me. That's fine then. There you go. Hey, shaitan now. Allah will make, it doesn't mean that Allah is giving you to shaitan. Allah will make his hand, it's not like he has physical hand. He'll keep his hand away from you. What is hand? His rahmah away from you. That's fine. There you go. You live your life. Then they're always fighting in house. Why? Because there are only two companies. One is company of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and one is company of shaitan. Company of Rahman, company of shaitan. As long as you are in the company of Rahman, shaitan's company will stay away from you. Shaitan cannot get there until Allah's company is there. Once Allah's company is gone, Rahman is gone. Shaitan is looking for to come inside. He's always knocking on your chest. That's why it says in the Quran, Yuwaswisu. What is waswasa? It's knocking. He's always knocking on your chest. Can I come inside? Can I come inside? People, they always ask, okay, Shaitan, can he make me do things? Our scholar says he can, at the start, he can only come to your, let's say, your front door. That's all he can do. He cannot come inside your house. He can just come to your door and he will always keep knocking on your door until death comes to you. It's not like I've done the wazifa, shaitan has run away. Shaitan will not going anywhere. Shaitan is not going anywhere. Shaitan is always with you until you die. He's always going to stay with you. Keep knocking on your chest. You waswisu. Can I come inside? Can I? And when you open the door, you give him way to come inside. This is when Allah's company is gone and your shaitan's company is with you. So if you are living your life according to the Sharia of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, believe me, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will somehow make something happen between you and your wife. If something is going on between you and your wife, remember, start reading namaz, reading Quran, start adopting the Sharia of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know what people say? People say, Imam Sahib, I am reading namaz. Yeah, the namaz is the deen, that's all it is. There may be 10,000 things you do in haram and only namaz you're reading, everything is going to be fine. Udkhulu fi silmi kaffa. As soon as you read shahada, you become Muslim. You have to enter in Islam completely. It's not like I'm reading namaz but not doing scarf. You're still breaking the boundaries of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You are doing scarf but you're not reading namaz. You are doing scarf. You are reading namaz but you got boyfriends. You got beard. You got everything. You're reading namaz. You're very good. You sit itikaf but you're a worse person with your parents. When parents say something to you, that you just go off. Like he's not your father, is something like he's your slave. This is how nowadays we treat our parents. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, if you want your relationship with your husband or with your wife good, both of you start listening to me. I will make something happen between both of you that you both start loving each other. Love is in a young age. Love is for young age. Like up to 30 years, 40 years, 50 years you can say. But once you get old, what do you want now? This is what you want. Now you want kindness for each other. What is kindness? You're always coughing. You can't, sleep at night. Now you want someone with you who's more kind with you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, mawadda, I'll put rahmah in your heart as well. Right now you need rahmah. That your husband is more merciful towards you. That's what you need. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I've sorted your whole life. Your young age and your old age. Why? Because I've given you the person whom I have put the love in, whom I have put my mercy in. Basically my two names. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, one name is Rahim and Rahman. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, one name is Wadud. Allah said, I put both names in his heart. You're sorted now. The person will look after you. But the condition is, are you living your life according to the Sharia of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Are you living your life according to the Sharia of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Always ask yourself, when you wake up in the morning and when night happens, this is what our scholars used to do in old times. Still they do it. They used to have a paper with them, a pen with them. They would write down all the way from the start. When I woke up, what did I do? Whatever sins they have committed, they would write down. And whatever good deeds they did, they would write down. I went to madrasa, I read Quran, I helped my mother, I read namaz, I did this, I did all these things, I did it. Then whatever guna they have committed before they go to sleep, they would ask forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they would cry in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And whatever good deeds they have done, they would say to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it is you who gave me that much strength, it is you who gave me power to worship you, which means we cannot even worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without his fadl. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala fazl is that you are sitting in his house. All those people are sitting here. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen you to come in his house. You don't like someone. Are you going to let someone come to your house then? You're never going to let someone come to your house. Allah likes someone, then he let the person come in his house. Prophet said, a person who's able to support a wife and children and still doesn't marry, then he is not from us. He is not amongst us. The person who can support his wife, the person who can support his children, but he's not just getting married. I'm too busy, this and that. This is the sunnah of Rasulullah getting married. Why? Because you can save yourself from so many sins. Otherwise, you can go wrong path. Shaitan can take you anywhere because you are not prophet, you're not angel, and you are not that strong. Especially nowadays, temptations are everywhere. Your phone, before you listen to one naat, at least 3 advertisements comes up, and all the advertisement maybe girls are doing modeling or something. So Rasulullah says, The person who can marry, who's able to marry, who can sustain his wife, who has a place to live and keep his wife and his children, and he's not marrying, he's not from us. Because remember, your wife, the name is written for you, and your name is written for your wife. There are few things which are already, destined, already is taqdeer ilahi. It is written that when you're going to come in this dunya, the time you come in this dunya is written. When you leave this dunya, the time is already written. If you're and husband and wives, is already written. Your risk is already written. Sustenance is already written. That how much you're going to earn and how much are you going to spend. How long are you going to live and when you're going to come, when you're going to leave. It's already written. Your husband and wife is already written. Whenever youngsters, when they phone me, they say to me, Mom Saab, but I like her, but I don't know how to marry her, this and that. Can I do this? Can I do this? I'm going to leave my house. I always, tell them, I said, never leave your house. Why? If he or she is written for you, she was written for you 50,000 years before even this dunya was made. Rasulullah Hadith Sharif, the taqadeer of people, the destinies of people, they were written 50,000 years, even this universe was created. This dunya was created. Before Allah created the sky and earth and all that, Allah subhanahu wrote your taqadeer, everything. It was written. There's something that cannot be changed. Like husband and wife, they cannot be changed. Allah has written for you, pupi di kudi, you have to marry your pupi's daughter. You, no matter how much you love your colleague, no matter how much you love your khala's son, because Allah wrote pupi's son, you're gonna marry that son. And remember, Allah is not zalim. If Allah wrote him in your qismat, remember there is something good. That Allah doesn't do wrong with people. Allah knows your nature. Allah knows his nature. Allah knows they both will be together. They will be good. Yeah, after the divorces take place, there are many reasons. Maybe Allah is teaching you some patience. Maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving you, maybe, I'm not saying it's always the case, some maybe the punishment for sins. Maybe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is teaching you how to be patient, and Allah will give you ajr because of that patience. Allah will give you ajr in the day of judgment. You never know. Maybe your husband is really strict. Maybe your husband is really bad. Maybe your wife is really strict. Maybe your wife is really bad. Through that, Allah is teaching you something. Always take lessons from that. Whenever situation comes, take lessons from that. But don't just, do something wrong. You like someone, make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Just make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah, I like her, I love her. If she is written in my taqdeer, if he is written in my taqdeer, please give him to me. This is what you can do. But don't start doing wrong things. Because if you are doing wrong things, what you are doing? You are destroying someone's property. She is not your property. She is someone else's property. And you are destroying someone's property. That person will get you on the day of judgment. And then he will take all your Ramzan, Rosé, all your Zakata. Because whenever you have done something wrong with people on the day of judgment, they won't let you off. Even though your own parents won't let you off. On the day of judgment, Rasulullah says, children will be running away from their mothers. Rasulullah never mentioned fathers. Because the best relationship children has with their mothers. Very close relationship. Time modern kuch hunda mama, hi Allah. The pio koi nahi khayal lagdi rehndi. Father's like, it's okay, that's fine. He just broke his arm. And mom's like, ay mera puttar. I don't know what happened to him. So Rasulullah says, on the day of judgment, fathers nahi. Children will be running away from their mothers, and mothers will be hiding themselves from the children. Then maybe my children come to me, or the way you used to look after me in dunya, please give me some deeds. And children will be running away from their mother. Why? So that maybe my mother in the dunya, she looked after me so much, she said, give me some good deeds. Why? Because I looked after you so much. They'll be hiding themselves. That kind of day is going to be on the day of judgment. Do not delay in three things. Prophet says, the offering of a compulsory prayer, which is compulsory prayer for the namaz. For the namaz, Fajr, Zohar, Asr, Maghrib, Isha. When the time comes, go and read namaz, do not delay. Next one is the offering of funeral prayer when the dead body is present. When the dead body is present, do not delay. Some people, what they do, like in COVID, I used to come in a masjid. No one else, used to come in masjid. It was only me and one Intizamiya person, so that we can do Jama'at here. And Jummah time, only 4 or 5 people used to come here. I remember I used to sit outside. Intizamiya person used to come and only read namaz and go. I used to stay here for 3-4 hours. and there were 2 dead bodies in this lobby. 2 months they stayed here. मैं यार तुझे मन दसो तो यार मैं डेड बॉडी ना बैठा रहा मनु बापू ने डरा देता है. The 2 dead bodies. Why? They were waiting for flights to open so that they can send the dead bodies back home so they can bury there. Like, what kind of mentality we have? Why they have to be buried in Pakistan? Children are here, children are not here. Rasulullah is saying, as soon as it happened, you just do funeral prayer and bury them, because they are amanat of the zameen, the earth. Earth says, give my person to me. He has to go in grave as soon as possible. So offer the funeral prayer and straight away go where? Give it to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They need to go in grave. So that's the second thing. Third, the marriage of a woman when her match is found. Same goes vice versa for male as well. When the match is found for male, match is found for female. Now do not delay. जितनी जल्दी हो सके बच्चों की शादी कर दें. Because when you delay, what happens? I'm going to share some phone calls with you and some nikahs I did. Acha ji. Mother cried over the phone. She phoned me and she said to me, Imam Sahab, let me just give you the phone call first. Let me give you the phone call. That happened 6 months ago before she phoned me here. 6 months ago. And she said to me, her daughter phoned me. She said, Imam Sahab, I like this boy. We go to uni together. I'm 22 years old. Boy is 24 years old. We both like each other. So we both want to marry each other. So that's fine. Let me talk to your mom. I always take that number. I always found father or mother. But I always said, do you want to speak to me about this issue? Your daughter, she approached me regarding this issue. If they say yes, most of the time they say yes. Yes, Imam Sahab, we want you. And if they say no, I said, assalamu alaikum. I put the phone down because I can't say anything else. So I phoned her. She said, yes, Imam Sahab, that's fine. That's okay. I want to speak to you about this issue. I said, this is how she wants to marry this boy. She said, I don't want her to marry to the boy. I said, but your daughter is saying this, and if you're not going to do that, the next step is very dangerous. She said, Imam Sahab, I know my daughter. Don't worry about it. I said, did you know that your daughter was about to phone me about this issue? She went quiet. I said, if she has approached Imam, which is really good thing. In the time of Rasulullah, people used to go to Rasulullah. Abu Bakr Siddiq time, people used to go to Abu Bakr Siddiq. Then Umar came, then Usman came, radiyallahu ta'ala anhum. People used to go to these Imams. Now Khulafa are here. Now Anbiya are here. Now they're going to go to Imams. So the Imam can sort the problems out. I said, don't think your daughters are doing something wrong. She has approached an Imam so that things can reconcile between you, between that person, between all that, so that things can go smoothly. She doesn't want to do anything wrong. That's the reason she approached, so you can talk to my parents. And she said, no, I don't want to do that. Definitely. I said, okay, that's fine. I put the phone down. Now after 6 months, same mother, she phones me and she's crying over the phone. And she said, Imam Sahab, can you do nikah with my daughter? I said, yeah, I remember your voice. Yes, 6 months ago you phoned me. I said, Chal, Tika, who's the boy? The same boy. But why are you crying then? She said, because my daughter is 6 months pregnant. मेरा दिल तो ऐसी के आहा के होन राम है. But I did not say that, but because you're already going through pain. When parents don't listen, because you guys are here, you don't know what's happening outside. We guys are here. We know what's happening and how much it is happening. In unis, colleges, I'm not opening up schools. What's happening in schools? School girls have been to my office. School girls in school uniform. And they were 16 years old. But they put the mask on, so I don't know who they were. Living in a local area here. They came to me and asked me these problems. And they both were saying we got boyfriends. We drink, Imam. They were very open. They said, Imam Sahab, we drink, we got boyfriends. Tell us what shall we do? And all that stuff they were asking me. But of course, whatever advice I gave them, I gave them. जी हाँ मैं बताता हूँ अभी उसका भी. तो वो that she made sure that the girl, first let me get pregnant proper 6 months. I'm not going to let my mother know, so that she cannot say no to this kid and no to this marriage. So she made sure she's fully pregnant 6 months, and then she went to her mother. She found me and she said, Imam Sahab, can you just do that nikah? Can you come home? So I went to their house. They live around the corner. They don't live far from here. I went to their house. Father was not there. He was not present. I'm not coming to the wedding. So the wali, as a wali, chacha came. Mother was there. When I went there to do the marriage, the nikah, and the girl was crying, mother was crying, and they was, you know what they were saying to him? Mom said, we are a very good family. Mom said, please. I said, don't tell me you're a good family. Of course you're a good family. Girls and boys, of course they're going to take that step. I'm not encouraging you to take this step. No. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying to the parents that for God's sake, time is changed. If you want to save your children, don't let them go to mixed schools or wherever the mixed gathering is. The boys are there, girls are there. Don't let them go to the colleges and unis. Get them married as soon college finishes, school finishes, they're 18 years old. Get them married then. Don't let them go. There's option there. But no, they want to, Imam Sahib, dunya, this and that. That's fine then. Now you have to listen to them. Otherwise, they're going to take that step, which is bad for them, which is bad for you as well, for Izzah. But of course, when girls do these kind of things, no matter where she goes, wherever Eid party she's going to go, what girls are going to be talking about? Oh, that's the girl. That's the girl. Which girl? Oh, that is going to go on and on and on and on about her. That father rang me to do the nikah of his daughter. He was from this local as well here. So he rang me to do his daughter's nikah with the boy. But he said to me, Imam Sahib, a boy's side is not Razi. Now father of girl is Razi. He said, we are Razi. We are pleased with this boy. He's a good boy. But they both work together, same place. I know Imam Sahib, they will do something around. I know my girl is not moving back. That boy is not moving away. They're definitely going to do something wrong. He said, Imam Sahib, they need to do nikah. But the boy's side isn't listening to me. What shall I do? I said, right, okay, what you can do is just sit down. You are there. The girl is, the boy is there. Just ask both of them, just ask each other, do you accept me in your nikah? This is how much haq mahar is, dowry, and two witnesses are there, male and witnesses. The nikah is done. You don't need papers for nikah, nothing at all. At least if they are together, you're a that's fine. If they're hugging, they're talking, whatever they're doing, the nikah is done. No one knows. At least nikah is done. If they're not backing off or they're not doing anything, they're not going away from each other, and you know something going to happen. But the thing is, what's going to happen to the boy's side? Is the boy is going to listen to the parents then? Right? Because boy is being forced to marry someone who he doesn't like. I've got these cases as well. That when boys got forced to marry another girl, but he likes this girl, he will marry to the girl. He will marry to the girl, whoever she is, from back home or from here. But eventually he's going to go back to the girl. Now who phones me? The wife who came from back home. She said, Imam Sahib, he doesn't even listen to me. He's never with me. He doesn't even look after the kids. He doesn't sustain us. He's always in other house. Whose fault? The boy's fault? No. The girl who came from back home, her fault? No. The girl who he's married to, her fault? No. Parents' fault. Parents, when they don't listen, they mess up things. They mess. Now they're gone to Cholton Cemetery sleeping nicely. I don't think they'll be sleeping nicely. Because I asked some daughters as well. I said, do you make dua for your father who forced you to marry this person? It's been 15 years now. She said, I don't make dua for him. He's the one who put me in this mess. So we need to understand that what we need to do in this day and age. Another one is, the girl phoned me. She said, Mom said, can you talk to my father? The boy is from different background. I'm from different background, different country. So can you speak to my father? I spoke to the father. Of course, he came to my office as well. Very nice person. He already read Jummah behind me. And he said on the phone, his mom said, I know you. And I didn't know him by face, of course, by name. When he came to me and I recognized him, so I spoke to him. He said, Imam Sahib, just wait for the uni to finish. Then just wait for the uni to finish, and inshallah, Imam Sahib will get them married. So alhamdulillah, that went very good. The girl was happy. Then the boy contacted me. They were happy. Background has got nothing to do with marrying, Muslims. It's not like some person from Palestine, he's from Pakistan, they cannot marry. Of course they can marry. Yeah, but we encourage that you should marry to the person who's from the same country, same culture, because it can be problem later on. Like you are from, let's say, Somalia. The person is from Pakistan. When you're going to go back their home or they're going to come, things do get messed up. Next one is, this one. Subhanallah. A boy came to my office here in this masjid after Jummah speech. And he came to me and he said, Imam Sahib, and he lives here as well. And he said, Imam Sahib, it's been 3 years I'm after my father, and please let me marry this girl. He said, I'm the one who's the bread earner. I'm the one who's providing everything to my parents, my family, my my sisters, and it's been 3 years now. I'm going through depression just because of this issue. She is such a good girl. She's wears scarf, and they know her as well from back home. She's from the same village. She lives here, but they don't want. My father said, any girl but this, any girl but this. And I asked him. I said, "Are you meeting her?" He said, "Yeah, mom. So I'm meeting her." Are you talking to her? I said, "Yeah." I said, "If you're talking to her, you're meeting, of course, you're hugging as well." He said, "Yeah, mom. So I'm hugging her." I never ask anything else. Maybe something else is going on. So father is okay for them committing haram because it's all everything is haram. As I mentioned yesterday, or the day before yesterday, haram relationship, chatting, texting, anything which is not professional, it's non-professional or romantic way. Anyway, if you are messaging them, everything is haram. So your father is okay for the children to do haram, but to do halal. Whenever you're going to make nikah difficult, zina and adultery will become easy. That's the reason so much adultery, so much zina is taking place out in unis, colleges. We know. All these boys and girls, they found us, they said, "Imam Sahib, can you talk to my parents? I like this boy, I like this girl, I like this boy, I like this girl." And when they say, "I like this boy," are they just looking at her? Are they just looking at him? No. Maybe 2 to 3 years, 4, 5 years, now they have a relationship. So our parents need to understand that time is changed. It's nothing like back home where you are going to beat your children up and you're going to force your children, you have to do this, you have to listen to us. They will say, "No, we are not going to listen to you." And they're going to leave houses, they're going to start committing zina, they're going to start committing adultery. Chalo, theek hai, that's fine. Whoever you want me to marry, I'll marry. But chalo, at least let me spend with him whatever time I can spend in uni. Now, last one, the very scary one. A girl came in my office and a boy came in my office. Girl is Muslim and boy is Sikh. Not even a Muslim. Boy is not even Muslim. The girl cannot marry anyone other than Muslim. Boy is Muslim boy. He can marry Christian girl, Jewish girl, or Muslim girl. The condition is the Christian and Jewish girl, at least they believe in Allah, whatever they call Allah. God, they say Christian. And they believe in one prophet, even though they believe as a son of God. Of course, it's haram. But they believe as Jesus Alayhi Salam, son of God, but as long as they believe that he came from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and a book. If they say, yes, believe in these three things, a book, which is Bible, Injil, and Isa Alayhi Salam, Jesus, peace be upon him, and God, they can marry. As long as they are atheists, our scholar says, don't do it. Why? Because most of the Christians, they have become atheists. Majority of Christians, they have become atheists. With atheists, you can't marry. Why? Because he's a kafir. He's a non-Muslim. He's not believing in God or book or a prophet. So you can't. But if someone is Christian or Jewish, Muslim man can marry them. But Muslim girl, the condition is she can only marry a Muslim man. Girl came in my office with a Sikh boy. God, the boy, when you are reading newly Quran and everything, the guy was giving me references from Surah Al-Baqarah. No, look at this. I said, brother, no matter wherever you go, we're gonna come to the same point. You can't marry this girl. No matter what dalil you give me, no matter what you say to me, a Muslim girl cannot marry a non-Muslim boy. Why cannot you become Muslim for her then? Tell me, why can't you? I'm not saying to you that you have to go and tell your parents. No, don't tell anyone. You don't need to tell anyone. Just become Muslim. Look, this girl, she came all the way here in the office. I don't know which city they came from actually. They were not from Manchester. I don't know where she came from. She's sacrificing her izzah because you don't know what is izzah in Muslims, especially for girls. And she's so determined to marry you. Why can't you just accept Islam? And I told her, I said, this is what I said, because he understands, okay, Sikh isn't he understands Punjabi. So I said to her right in front of me, are you after your akhirah? Are you after your iman? When Allah clearly says in the Quran, you cannot marry this boy. And I said to him, this boy, because he is not Muslim. We have got nothing to do with this boy, no, nothing personal. As soon as it's kalima, we can say, you can marry this boy. I'll read your own nikah with him. But because Quran is saying, we can't just, bend Sharia for these things. So you cannot marry. So this is what our boys and girls need to understand as well. That's another extreme. One is you're liking some Muslim boy, Muslim girl, go to your parents and tell them whatever you need to ask them. But you cannot do wrong things though. Boys cannot marry non-Muslim girl too. Then Sikh, Hindu, only Christian or Jewish. That's all about the phone calls I was gonna, and now they. Acha ji, a man marries woman for 4 reasons. These are the 4 reasons Rasul gave. A person marries a woman for one of 4 reasons. This is very important. You know what to look for in our spouses whenever we go to someone's house. That's another one. Inshallah, at the end, I think we have a question and answers as well at the end. What you should be looking for when you are going to see your spouse, or let's say you like someone in college, you like someone in uni. You know, look these things in that person, and there's only one thing you have to look in the person, not too many things. Rasul says, first, the person marries a woman because of her wealth. Second is lineage, family status, that she's Raje, Jat, Gujjar, Chaudhary, whatever they are. He's after name. He's after wealth or he's after name. Third one is beauty. Nowadays, that's what we look for. Mom Saab, first sight, and I saw her and I love her. I said, no, you don't love her. That's a lust. That's not love. What is love? Love is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned at the start, mawadda. I put love in your heart. Love is when your love goes soul to soul, not body to body. You know, whatever is made up from this dunya, whatever is made from this dunya, it's going to destroy one day. Whatever comes from the top, whatever comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that stays forever. Your jism is made by dust, of course, not our jism, our father's jism. Adam alayhi salam was made of clay. Our jism, our body is made of flesh, bones, blood, all that stuff. But it is from this dunya, it's gonna finish here. Anything belongs to this dunya will come to destruction. Kullu man alayya fan. You are just after the good body, a boy got nice muscles and nice shoulders, pop up chest, and mom said it looks so nice, his hairstyle so nice, beautiful. If just after that, science says that finishes within 10 to 18 months. Finish. That's what psychology says. Psychology of liking someone. 10 to 18 months, ਉਹ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਕਿਸੇ ਮਹੱਲੇ ਦੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਮਸਲਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੱਗਣ ਲੱਗੀ ਹੋਣੀ ਹੈ. Just a normal girl. You were like, yeah, I was mad for her. Seriously, for her? When you buy a car, let me just tell you, give me an example. When you buy a car, beautiful car, of a girl's kitchen. Hey, yeah, kitchen that na sona manu Rashid aaj hi leke diyo. This is the kitchen I want to buy. And the same woman, after 2 years, she visits her friend's house. Hey, mera kitchen da kise kaam da nahi. That's the kitchen I want. So materialistic things, they go away. Materialist, you like a car, after 4 or 5 years, I want that car, new model is here, I don't like this car. Boy, the muscle is gonna stay there forever. No, muscle don't stay there forever. I know many muscle boys, now they got big bellies, they're doing taxi now. Why? Because before, they had nothing to do. So they always go to gym, father is giving them money, father's money, they're driving cars and sports car. As soon when he came to them, now they're driving a nice Toyota Yaris, maybe 2000 model. Every day they're in a garage car or fixing their car. Now in all these problems, he has to go to work. Is he really going to go to gym now? He's not going to. Now all muscles gone, stomach's hanging out, and the same boy muscle, everything gone. Beauty don't stay forever. The beauty of soul, inside beauty stays forever. Remember boys, and remember girls, I'm telling you, when person is beautiful from inside, Qasam, take this with you. Qasam, say we take at least this with you. Because we are married people, we know when someone is beautiful from inside, like his nature is so beautiful, he treats you beautifully, he cares about you, or she cares about you, she looks after your house, she looks after you, everything. I'm telling you, even from outside, she's not beautiful, let's say, outside. The inner beauty will make her look beautiful from outside as well. Why? Because she's caring about you. She loves you so much from bottom of her heart. Same goes with you as well. It's the boy, if he looks after you, he cares about you, and he is such a good person. He never he's not abusive. Verbally, he's not abusing you. Physically, he's not abusing you. He's such a good person. Even though he's earning less, that's the man for you. From outside, yeah, outer beauty does count. Of course, outer beauty does count. Outer beauty does count. but inner beauty counts more. Let's do opposite. Beautiful girl, beautiful handsome boy, but he's always, swearing, he's always taunting, he's always teasing your family, your mom, your sister. You look at yourself. When you came, what did you bring? And with you guys, the girl is always after you, like you, your mom, your dad, and is always shouting at you. I can't make food. Go make yourself. I go to work. You really think you're gonna love that girl? No, no, no. I know she's doing it, but she's beautiful, Imam Sahab. Nah, उत्तर सारी ब्यूटी जानी है थला गटर विच फिर पता लगना ब्यूटी कैडी जाना या माम साहब धोखे च मारन गए असें तो बस डब्बा तक खरीद लिया अगर खजूरा तो सारियां कीड़ा लगे सी no 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 I'm telling you custom seriously if someone is beautiful from inside the person will look beautiful from outside amazing person will look from outside and if person is beautiful from outside but it's horrible from inside I'm telling you you won't even want to look at the person not even look at his face never mind looking at his face just thinking about I'm going to that house where that person is you won't even you don't even want to go to the house you don't even want to enter in the house why because the same horrible person is there who's gonna start abusing you always look for inner beauty first then you go for outer beauty next one the last one that's what I'm saying the fourth one is religion her righteousness his righteousness is he a good person does he read namaz does he not only namaz girls they found me Imam Sahab I know this boy I went to his house my father went with me he's very good but he misses 2 namazan he reads only 3 I said he can work on those namazan don't worry about it you don't want an angel with you everyone make mistakes what about his ikhlaq his ikhlaqiyat manners are very good he looks after his parents you have to look this as well does he look after his parents the person who cannot even look after his parents who's not good with his siblings is never going to be good with you because they are his blood relatives if person is not good with his blood relatives how is he going to be good with you yeah first few months is going to be kullu jadidin lazidun every new thing tastes very good every new thing as I mentioned before new car new wife new house everything good ਉਹ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦਾ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਉਹ ਪਾਕਿਸਤਾਨ ਅਸੀਂ ਨਾ ਲਤੀਫਾ ਸੁਣਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਦਾ ਕਿ ਨਵੀਂ ਸ਼ਾਦੀ ਹੋਈ ਨਾ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਅੰਡਰਸਟੈਂਡ ਸਮਝਦੇ ਹੋ ਨਾ ਸਾਰੇ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਨਵੀਂ ਸ਼ਾਦੀ ਹੋਈ ਨਾ ਕੁੜੀ ਤੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਦੀ ਤੇ ਨਾ ਚਾਂਦਨੀ ਰਾਤ ਸੀ ਤੇ ਨਾ ਵਾਕ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗੇ ਦੋਏ ਵਾਕ ਤੇ ਗਏ ਤੇ ਨਾ ਜਨਾਨੀ ਨੂੰ ਠੁੱਡਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਖਾਵਨ ਕਰਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਬਿਸਮਿਲ੍ਲਾ ਕਰਾਂ ਓਹੋ ਠੀਕ ਹੋ ਬਹਿ ਗਿਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਪੈਰ ਨੂੰ ਮਲਿਆ ਉਹਦੇ ਨੂੰ ਕਹਿੰਦਾ ਠੀਕ ਹੋ ਨਾ ਮੋਸ਼ ਸ਼ੋਸ਼ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਈ ਤਕਲੀਫ ਤੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਘਰ ਚਲੀਏ ਵਾਪਸ ਚਲੋ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਜੂਸ ਲੈ ਦਿੰਦਾ ਵਾਦੀਆਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਂ ਠੀਕ ਹਾਂ ਫਿਰ ਵਾਕ ਚੈੱਕ ਕਰਨ ਲੱਗ ਪਏ ਫਿਰ ਘਰ ਚਲੇ ਗਏ ਨਾਓ ਸੇਮ ਕਪਲ ਆਫਟਰ 20 years ਚਾਂਦਨੀ ਰਾਤ both are walking ਉਹੀ ਵੱਟਾ ਪਿਆ ਰਾਹ ਵਿੱਚ and she tripped again ਉਹਨੂੰ ਫਿਰ ਠੁੱਡਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਤਾਂ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਨੂੰ ਠੁੱਡਾ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਨਾ ਤਾਂ ਖਾਮਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਅੰਨੀ ਹੈ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਉਂਦਾ ਤੇਰਾ ਜੁੱਤੀ ਟੁੱਟ ਗਈ ਨਵੀਂ ਨਹੀਂ ਲੈਣੀ ਪੈਣੀ ਹੈ ਤੇਰੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਟੁਰ ਘਰ ਚੱਲ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਤਾਂ ਵਾਕ ਵੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਤੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ so this is what happens once you only look for beauty because beauty goes away inner beauty stays there so righteousness is very important if boy is good if he is looking after you and he is good with the rights of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala not just with the rights of people this is what you have to look for is he good with zakat is he good with hajj everything you have to see if he doesn't have dadi that doesn't mean that he's a bad person little bit is lacking that's fine that's okay you're not gonna find a perfect person mama goes they look for the perfect guy mom sab nahi karda apni धी nu takda hi nahi धी ho sakda niri pedi howe moda changa hona chahiye then it's not gonna be good why because they're not matching why because one girl is reading namaz every day and the boy doesn't need namaz at all then I get phone calls Imam Sahab he's the one who's gonna make my children better he doesn't even read namaz both are not reading namaz chalo theek hai they both are reading namaz one is reading full on namaz one doesn't read namaz at all I get phone call from my husband hey, Imam Sahab I get these phone calls Imam Sahab can I give divorce to my wife because she doesn't read namaz now it is in Sharia if your wife is not fulfilling Sharia she's not obeying Sharia it is one of the reason to give divorce but I always say why Who is following Sharia anyway? Tell me nowadays. Completely. It's very hard. Let's tell you the things. Lying, rebirth. Not sometimes good with your wife, with your children. Who's following Sharia completely? It's very hard. Rasulullah says when it comes to following Sharia, Rasulullah says, try your best. He never said you have to be perfect. He said, try your best. And rest leave upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The men marry women for 4 reasons. Rasulullah said, so you choose the person who has good religion. Don't go for beauty. Don't go for money. Why? Because beauty will be gone. Beauty will be gone. ਉਸ ਤਾਂ ਆਂਟੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਬੈਠੀਆਂ ਅਜੇ ਵੀ ਸੋਹਣੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਮੈਂ ਨਾ ਆਉਣ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਮਾੜੀਆਂ ਪਰ ਜਵਾਨੀ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਸੋਹਣੀਆਂ ਹੋਣ ਇਹ ਤਾਂ ਅੰਕਲ ਕੋਲ ਪਤਾ ਕਰਨਾ ਪਵੇਗਾ ਨਾ ਠੀਕ ਹੈ ਨਾ ਹੁਣ ਬਟ ਵੈਨ ਪਰਸਨ ਬਿਕਮ ਓਲਡ that beauty is gone that real beauty that's gone then the inner beauty it counts. Rasul says don't look for wealth. There's another hadith as well. When a man marries a woman for her wealth, Allah will make him very poor. Allah will bring poverty towards him. Why? Because he's looking for something really cheap. When man marries a girl for righteousness, why? Because he's marrying this girl for what? For Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala now. Why? Because she's good with Allah. He is good with Allah. When someone is good with Allah and His Rasul, I'm telling you, he will be good with you. Why? First ayat, وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُمْ مَوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً. It is Allah who puts mawadda, love in your hearts. It is Allah who puts mercy in your heart. If he is good with Allah and His Rasul, I'm telling you, he will be good with you too. But again, don't just look for some people. They come, no, Imam Sahib, he has dadi, he reads namaz, he does everything. Dadi and namaz does not mean that he is very good. Look at his khalaqiyat. How does he talk? What his manners are? How he treats other people around him. If he treat other people good, he'll be treating you good as well, inshallah. But again, tell you one thing, shadi, marriage is a gambling. You don't even know. Maybe the best person in dunya, he become worse. Or maybe the girl is perfectly fine, but the chemistry between them is not working good. Like who gives the best advices about marriages? The best advices, Mufti Monk, Nouman Ali Khan. Nouman Ali Khan goes very good psychologist, very good advices he gives about marriage. He's divorced. Mufti Monk is divorced. Yeah, it's a second marriage. Yeah, no, time ago. That is second wife. That doesn't mean being divorced is a bad thing. It just didn't work out. Why would Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala leave divorce door there? Allah subhanahu left the divorce door there so that Allah knows sometimes it doesn't work. You try your best. If it doesn't work, then that's fine, that's okay. Open the door and leave. It's just like this house with a fire inside this room. Try to put the fire off. There are 2 people inside the room. Try to put the fire off. Try to finish it. Use whatever you can. Try your best. But if fire is not going off, are you both gonna burn in the fire? No. Allah says that's the door. Open the door and exit. That's the divorce door. And nicely, with good manners you leave. Not like mere tu main to ring thi wapas de. Tu ta ayu ji hai. No. Allah when you are leaving, leave them nicely. When you keep them nicely.
वो मैं नेक्स्ट चीज एक्सक्यूज कर रहा हूं 4 मंथ तो मेरे तो दूर है तो मैं तलाक लेनी है या कोई और मसला वगैरह करने क्या
नहीं अगर खामद नहीं आ रहा क्वेश्चन पूछने लगे कि अगर खामद आमदा ही नहीं पिया लेट्स से पाकिस्तान जिहड़े होंदे दुबई निकल जांदे दूर चले जांदे आई एम टोटली अगेंस्ट दिस don't leave your wife even you're earning less money stay with your wife people go through depression all that why because their wife is not with them. I always say once you finish your work and when you go home drinking 1 cup of coffee sitting with your wife watching telly hugging your kids to get rid of all the depression. If you love your wife, if you like going home, everything goes away. All the depression, you are on your own coming from home or from work going home, never see your wife, your children, you're only going to go back home in 2 years. What you are in that house, you are as a guest. Everyone's going to respect you. After 1 month, you're going to come back again for 2 years, 3 years. In this case, wife can take divorce. She can ask for divorce. Yeah? But hold on a second, what my needs, my physical needs. That's the reason you married me. And that things happen that people say, girls started looking for other man. While they married to him, they're looking for another man. You need to understand, okay, look, he is there for me. If he comes back, where are we going to eat then? Where roti? Rolla fare tu hi paana hai chokha. Husband can survive somehow. Wives don't. So he's there is for you. He's there. That's the reason he's earning money. So you need to be a little bit patient as well. But husband should work even though less money there where wife is, or take your wife with you. That's very important. Take your wife with you. That's very important. Allah give us tawfiq to understand the true Sharia of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Jazakallahu khair.